Hello guys, my name is Sean. I'm an 18-year-old YouTuber and yeah, this is my story. When I was in secondary school, age 13, the very first day I was in secondary school, I went in like with my old primary school friends. Secondary school is like kind of like middle school in America. And I went into school on the very first day, like I was wearing like such high socks and I was wearing like the Velcro straps. I wasn't wearing like the Nike Air Force Ones. I was wearing the Velcro straps like with the black shoes. And I instantly got made fun of on the first day because I was wearing like Velcro shoes. And that really like hit me because in my primary school, when I was a little kid, like it was a small school, so people wouldn't really make fun of you. People wouldn't really do anything or like say anything like mean because it was a small school. But now I was going into a bigger environment then because secondary school there's like 900, 1,000 people in like the whole entire school, and there's like 150 people in my year. So literally, I got made fun of the very first day where I was like, they were saying, "Oh, why are you wearing Velcro?" They were like laughing and they were saying like all this stupid stuff. And to be honest, that made me upset, like because obviously I was a little kid. It was the very first day. I was very intimidated by the school environment. So obviously that made me a very insecure guy, like as I was growing up, because I then started taking into account of, oh, what do people think of me? Oh, this and that. Oh, should I wear this to school? Should I wear that to school? Will people make fun of me if I wear like Velcro straps to school, like Velcro shoes to school, like etc. Stuff like that. And it really like affected my confidence to the point of like, oh, every time I would go into school, I would overthink and be like, oh, what would be the thing they would say next? Okay. Let me actually tell you another story. Okay. This was in like, I think it was like end of first year. People were spreading rumors about me saying this and that. Sean did this, Sean did that. Everyone believed because one person was like, they told the whole entire year. And then everyone believed it. Obviously they didn't ask me, but everyone, as soon as they hear from one person, then it continues. When I was in third year, so age 14 to 15, then I was just like, I couldn't take this anymore. So I started hitting the gym. It was the very first day I had to like sign a contract to the gym because I was like underage, because they wouldn't let people age. Like if you weren't 16, you weren't allowed into the gym. So I had to put my age in. So I did lie about my age. I'll tell you, I'll be honest. I did lie about my age. Well, that's just because I really wanted to go to the gym and I wanted to see what the environment was about, because I saw videos of people going to the gym. People were doing like home workouts before I was doing like home workouts. I was doing like bicep curls, pull-ups, all this stuff. I wanted to take it one step further and I wanted to go to a gym and see, yeah, what's this all about? Is it going to be good or is it going to be intimidating? Because I never been to like a public gym before. I used to always work out at home when I was little. And the first time when I went to the gym, I was a bit awkward. People were very friendly there. I'd say all the people were friendly there. Like they didn't judge me because, you know, I didn't lift heavy. I didn't lift like 100-kilo bench press or anything like that. Like all of them were like mostly friendly to me. I found with when I went to the gym, and that really, really made me happy. It boosted my confidence to keep going to the gym. Of the very first day, I wasn't intimidated by anyone. Like everyone was so caring. So that was my gym journey. So that's when I was like 14, 15 years old. So when I was in third year of secondary school, and once I started making progress, once I started making gains, I felt more confident in myself. I felt like, oh, I wasn't that shy kid anymore who had trouble speaking to girls or like had trouble speaking to other guys. Now, like, I find like speaking to other people, like it's very fun. Like, honestly, I really enjoy it. But before then, I was very insecure. I was thinking of what everyone else like was gonna say about me. That's what like the main reason, like why I started the gym as well. Transition year rolls around, which is one of the best years, but one of the worst years, because this year I started vaping, I started hanging out with the wrong crowd, I started going to parties, I started doing all the degenerate stuff, so it wasn't that good for me. I remember one time we were outside at lunch, me and one guy, and then one guy, he had his girlfriend with him. So we were there, and then we were just chilling like right at the wall, because there's like outside our school they have like a shop, so we were just sitting like at the kind of the alleyway of the wall. And that's when like people were like saying, "Oh, Sean, I never knew you vaped. I never knew you did this." And because I was like, every time like my old friend, he was like he was vaping a lot. So every time he would ask me, "Oh, do you want a vape, Sean?" And I'd be like, "Oh, okay, no problem." So I would just like take a puff of a vape, and then yeah, just to, because just to seem that I look cool. That's why I didn't want to not look cool. Be like, "Oh, I actually don't want to vape. I don't want to do this or I don't want to do that." Like I wanted to look cool in the friendship group. So I was like, "All right, sure, I'll just vape," And then let me tell you, it didn't stop there. When I was in TY as well, I got my very, very, very first girlfriend, actually. Like, I actually didn't tell you the story, but I got my very first girlfriend, and yeah, she was, to say the least, I really, really was happy because I was like, oh, it's my first girlfriend. I finally got a girlfriend. Like, after all these years, because I've been like, oh, like, I really wanted a girlfriend at the time. Like, I was kind of a desperate guy at that point. But when I got my first girlfriend, I didn't take into factor, oh yeah, how's her personality like? What's her beliefs? What's her values? What does she look like? Does she look attractive? Like, I just thought, oh, she liked me back, so I might as well like her back, so I can be like a couple with her. And I learned a lot from it. I'll tell you, I learned a lot of things from the relationship. I'm grateful I was in the relationship, because if I wasn't in the relationship, I wouldn't have learned like anything about love and anything about like standards and setting high standards for your woman as well. But then that relationship didn't last too long, because I then found out, oh, some stuff she did and people were telling me this and that. Like, I don't know if they were true. They could have been rumors or they could have been true. I don't know. Up to this day, I don't even know if they're true or not. But then I decided to break things off with her. We were with each other for like 3 months, and I still continued. I was in transition year. So during my transition year, there was this thing called like the TY ball. So basically it's kind of like prom, but like when you're like younger. It's not really at the end of like your high school year, but it's near like just the middle before like you head into your big exams. They held something called a TY ball, so like a prom, and I went to that. I'll tell you, but like during that night, I don't remember like what happened, but I remember the few things. I don't remember as like a lot of what happened, but I remember like a few things. But the only things I remember from that night was like the amount of shots I was drinking. I was drinking like 12, 13 like vodka shots. Like I was looking back on it now is like, it's so like stupid. Like, why did I do that? But again, it was just because I wanted to please others. I wanted to be a part of a group, because I was in a group at the time, the wrong crowd, the group. And yeah, I was in the group, and all of them were like vaping, all of them were drinking, all of them were doing like bad stuff, like degenerate stuff, like eating junk food. And I wanted to join in because I didn't want to feel left out, because obviously I hated being alone. I didn't like being a lone wolf, because being a lone wolf like insinuates like if you're in school, like, oh, you're the weird one, or you're the awkward one, or you're the, like, you can't make friends and all that. That's what people will like analyze you towards. Fifth year rolls around, so that's where I'm like prepping for my final exams. That's where I actually found I found self-improvement back in COVID time, like 2020, when I was in second year. And now I'm in fifth year, when ages 16 to 17, where I actually took self-improvement seriously. I started going to the gym consistently. I started meditating. I started journaling. I started doing all the self-improvement stuff, cold shower, doing all this stuff. Because I really wanted to improve my life. I really wanted to see a massive change in my life, because at that point, I went through a lot of like ups and downs, hanging out with the wrong friendship group back in transition year. And I wanted to make a change for that, because I wanted to further develop myself and do something good with my life, because I felt like back when I was in transition year, I didn't feel as fulfilled as I am now, what I'm doing right now, which is I'm recording videos right now. And also learning about my niche, which is helping 18 to 25-year-olds develop a marriage-ready relationship. And before then, in transition year, I didn't have the mindset of, oh, let's get married. My mindset was like, oh, let's go like casual dating. Let's go have sex with this girl. Let's go kiss this girl. Let's get with this girl without any commitment. So then when fifth year rolled around, I was dedicated. Obviously, I had a lot of work to do, because it's nearly my final year of exams. Like, we have 2 years of exams. So I had to be careful of actually studying as well. But at that point, I was watching a lot of Hamza, I was watching a lot of Iman Gadzi, I was watching a lot of them. They were saying like, oh, school's this. I dropped out 18 years old. So I kind of had that mindset of like, I didn't really care too much about school because I wanted to be an entrepreneur too. They were all doing like, oh, you can do this side hustle, you can make money from this, make money from that. Like I was so obsessed and I wasn't like focused on like the moments of school, even though like at that point I was like developing myself too. But I made some good progress to my life because I felt like I was on the right path. I was doing self-improvement habits. I was taking stuff seriously now. And I wasn't like joking around, doing this, doing drugs, doing that. I was actually sticking to a routine, a timetable routine. Wake up, cold shower, go to the gym, meditate, journal, all this stuff. The usual stuff like self-improvement habit tracker. It was a bit all over the place, but like I really wanted to tell my story because I just wanted you guys to know like the story of like how a 13-year-old insecure little guy is now like, oh, he's an 18-year-old. He knows how to talk to women. He knows how to do this. He knows to do that. Here I am now. I'm finished 6th year, my final year of school. I finished that this year in June. Now it's December. And what I want to do, I want to be authentic and do what I want to do, my niche. Be authentic to you guys and not do something that I don't want to do. I'm still thinking of like, oh, should I go to college or not? But I've been talking to loads of people as well about it. And they said, if you figure out what you want to do and you can get consistent with it and you can pump out the videos, you can do this, you can do that. And you shouldn't go to college because what's the point in that? You're going to waste 4 years of your life and 4 years of your life doing something you don't want to do because your parents told you, oh, you have to go to college, you have to do that, you have to do this. And that's not the life I want to live. I want to live like a really spiritual, authentic life because I'm married. I'm not married, but like I'm with a girl for a year and a half and we're very religious together. So she's Christian, I'm Christian too. And we want to make this work out. Me and her want to make this work out. So I want to give you my lessons of what happens in a relationship and advice that I can give for you guys to improve your relationships as well before you get married. That's why the niche of my channel is helping young men to achieve a marriage-ready relationship because I'm in a relationship myself. I have experience as well. I'm not married yet, but once I do, then it'll be good. I'll be happy. But that's it for me for now. I know this is a bit of this is very messy video, but hey, it's my first video. I want to get it out. I want to tell my story. I want to put myself on the platform of YouTube. And yeah, hopefully this inspires someone, honestly. Even if I didn't give it advice, but I gave my story. Hopefully it inspires somebody. And yeah, I just want to let you know. That's it from me. There's more to come. And see you guys later.